Have you ever heard the quote, life is 20% what happens to you and 80% how you respond to it? What that means is that it doesn't matter the things that happen to you within life. All that matters is the way that you respond to those things. The way that you respond to events in your life will dictate your perspective. You can use that as a trader to understand that even though you might experience profit or loss, it's not about what happens to you and what happens to that position. The only thing that matters is how you respond to it. On your screen now is the circle of control. Inside the circle are the things that you can control as a trader. I have 4 things that I believe are the most important for traders to know. The first one is the setup that dictated the entry. When I first started trading, I was making bets every single day. And then after experiencing some loss and trying to figure out why I was losing, I started asking myself, what even made me get into the trade in the first place? And it was something that wasn't repeatable. It wasn't something that was super common. It wasn't something that I would bet on every day of the week. A lot of the times I was basing it off of a random candlestick that I just thought was very important, especially on the smaller time frame. I wasn't using all the tools that I've mastered through technical analysis. Not taking a trade is always better than taking a bad trade and losing money. So choose the reason that you put your money into a trade wisely. Number 2 is storing the right amount of money in the right place. Not only do you have to get the reasoning why you put your money into a trade right, but you also have to put the right amount of money into a trade according to your portfolio size. So if you're using leverage, you might only want to put in 1 to 2% of your portfolio. And you might think, man, what am I going to do with 1 to 2%? What you're going to do is compound gains over time. Give yourself the statistical edge to have as many lives in the video game as possible. Keeping money in your account is like having lives in a video game. If you keep profiting over time, you're going to get more lives to keep playing the game. But if you're consistently losing, you're going to lose lives in the game until eventually you're out of lives in general. So make sure to not risk too many lives at once. Number 3 is how you respond to loss and profit. It goes back to what we said about life being 20% what happens to you and 80% how you respond to it. You have to set out an actionable plan on what you will do whenever you experience loss and profit. When your position is in the negative, what are you going to do? When your position is in the positive, what are you going to do? Understand that this is an integral part of what you can control. Number 4 is how often you trade. Remember, I was taking trades every single day when I first started because I thought that's what I needed to do. I thought because it said day trader, that meant I had to day trade every day. But the truth is that you should have a strict criteria on why you get into a trade and then wait for that to happen. Make it something that doesn't occur every day. Maybe it occurs once a month. Maybe it occurs once a week. But just have that one strong strategy that you can bet on every single time. This gives you leverage within the market and allows you to have more accurate predictions. These are all the things that are inside your control as a trader. But now let's go on to the outside of the circle where you have the things that are outside your control. But as you can see, I only have one thing on there, because I believe there's only one thing that you need to worry about that's outside of your control as a trader. And this is the key to sacrificing your control. The one thing that is outside your control that you need to sacrifice and realize it's outside of it is whether a trade is a win or a loss. It's out of your control. Even though we have perfect analysis, you can still lose. Things just don't go your way. Stocks just move differently. You have to take the mindset of a boxer. A boxer trains for weeks and weeks and weeks to perfect his craft and prepare for one fight. They know that even though they train for weeks, that does not guarantee them a win or a loss in the ring. In boxing, one punch could end the fight. All that matters is how they prepared for the fight in general. All that they care about is putting themselves in the best situation to win, but not thinking that that is going to make them win. You as a trader must learn how to put yourself in the best situation to win.